Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
Well, guys, there is a feeling, maybe you have the same one, that something is about to happen, something is around the corner. Of course, we can continue in the same condition for months actually, for a year or whatever, but I don't know, it feels like something is about to happen. There are some signs, so if you want to know what are those, continue to watch that. You're at the Crypto Hamster channel. Let's go.
Let's go.
So continuing with the Goldman Sachs story, there is something which is interesting happen this one. Goldman-backed Circle is selling cryptocurrency collections. The thing is that they are providing the services for the indices of the different cryptocurrencies, assets, I would say asset classes or types of the cryptocurrencies, and they seem to be very popular. So they are expanding, and they doing it for platforms, payments, and privacy sectors of crypto. And it seemed you can choose, and they actually disclose what are the components of each of them. So it's pretty transparent, and you see people just want to buy the market, right? Okay. Second interesting thing which I was going to share is that it seemed from the September, the altcoins trading volume seemed to be increasing, and this is a very nice sign in terms of the next round of the altcoin cycle in general. So not that huge, but still, especially for the huge altcoins, we can see that there are more interest from the retailers, from the investors. So probably we can hope that it would be an indicator for the new positive sentiment in the market. Finally, there is a new report which I didn't actually share with you in time. It was probably September 21st or something, about the ranking of the blockchain project from the Chinese ranking system, which we did for a few times, maybe 4 times in total. So first they placed they assigned to EOS, which is the thing which you may argue with, but still. So EOS the first, Ethereum is second, BitShares, we will talk about a little bit BitShares a little later, so third, Neo fourth only, again Nebulous, GX Chain here, Komodo, Qtum, Cardano, Ripple, okay, so like this. And actually Bitcoin is somewhere at the very bottom. What is there? Yeah, not the bottom, but still 16th, I think 16th place, after Ripple, by the way. So, but anyway, seem to be there are some leaders, so we will look at them later. Now let's look at the price. And as you may guess, guys, nothing really changed, but we are still continuing to trading in this area. I've noticed that there was a bit of a struggle in depending on the different exchange. For example, in BitMEX there was a real fight for the price levels, certain ones, and even here you see this candle that was pushed so much down, and then actually initially it was pushed up, and then a lot of the selling pressure was applied, so it pushed very much down and then returned to the channel. But still we're trading around here, pretty much didn't break the low that was before, approaching the new level, next high, so which is good. The more we are trading in this area, the more likely we will break up and the stronger it will happen. So now I just wanted to look at some of the altcoins. Well, first, speaking about the trading volume of the altcoins increased in September, I just want to pick a few and show you that, for example, Ethereum, which I'm not really a huge fan of, but actually you can see the volume rise, the huge volume rise of Ethereum in September, and it was actually at the very bottom of that. So regardless of how will it behave eventually, the fact that it sort of bottomed out and has huge volume around this probably means that we are first we are in the bottom, and second, we have very high potential to rise from that point. So if you are considering to buy, I would say go for it. Although don't forget that everything we just say is my personal opinion and not financial advice. So next thing which I was going to look at in terms of like which altcoins you may think are interesting is BTS, BitShares, and look at the Binance. So maybe not Binance, actually, maybe Poloniex is longer history. So actually this is from the very old date, like maybe 3 years history. So you see how old is that? Maybe 2014, yeah, middle of 2014, and then it went down, has this bear cycle, and then already in the middle of 2017 it has huge rise, and then finally dropped. It's actually Bitcoin wise, so it's not that a big change here, but in terms of the US dollar, it would be much bigger in December because the price of Bitcoin is higher. But currently, what you can see is that it had this sort of huge triangle and clear cycles of rise and fall, and then we can see that now it is sort of at the point when we are about to break it. The thing is that Bitcoin wise, if you would expect it to be going up, you would have like 300% if you will touch this area. If you will touch this, it will be even higher, of course, but let's say, like, let's be conservative and use just this in this level, like 300%. And then if you would expect it to go down, then it will be like 50% or something like that. This is the crucial, the first support, and this one is even like stronger support, maybe 100% then. So but then it's not a bad deal in terms of the risk to reward ratio short term, and also long term is a very like reasonable trade, because you see if you can pick it somewhere around this level, which is like what is 1,400 satoshis maybe, then it would be a great deal for this rise or even this rise. So like 4x or something like that. But even now, I think it's not a bad trade. Also, if you remember, we were talking about different cryptocurrencies which are interesting in terms of like how can it go, where can it go eventually with like listing or something. So this is the MediBloc, there's the 20 token, and you see how did it spike. So like this. Well, first of all, it was listed on Upbit. This is just again the listing. Now I don't know, maybe it is not. No, it's not here yet, but it is listed on Upbit. You see no exchanges, huge exchanges here, and it's actually 105. It's not that bad. 52 million capitalization. So it was listed finally, and we had this, actually it's log scale, whatever, and we had this huge change in the price, like what it may be for 3x rise. Not bad. Also, there is a thing that it was sort of shielded by Forbes. It says one of the top crypto startups in 2019. Well, actually, like watch it 2019. So probably this served sort of a good impression for the project and people, okay, it's probably worth investing. But again, this is listing, maybe it's time to short it, but again, just one of the examples which you can think of when you are considering some short-term profits. And speaking about that, there is another one, Genesis Vision, GVT. If you look at that, it also like bottomed out. I don't think that it got any listings. No, probably no. Binance was for a while. So from that point, it was August, middle of August, end of August. Actually 15th, just exactly when the bottom for the altcoin was. All the altcoins. So now it from that point it made like 4x, around 4x rise, and it's really like constant and confident. A little bit like lack of the volume, at least at the bottom, but so maybe it wouldn't be that sustainable. But again, so this is like the textbook examples of how the performance of the altcoins should be. So if you bought something at the very bottom, well, at least at the local bottom, local minimum, then you're very likely to have the rise eventually, and it will be profitable. So considering this, I have a couple of examples for the future. Don't treat it as the financial advice again, but this is one of my picks. Red Pulse Phoenix, or it was Red Pulse, now it is swapped to Phoenix, PHX. I think it's traded on Binance actually. Yeah, so you can pick on Binance. And the thing is that you see how flat it was for a very long time. So it's actually like already few months of rather low price. So probably it's time to rise from certain point. Anyway, it's not the thing that it may go any lower, in my opinion. So it's rather bottom at the bottom. It was like at the September maybe, right? And now it has this what it is, 1.3 cent for the token, and a little bit increase of the volume. So I would think that it's one of those examples which would be soon surged quite high. Like I don't know how many x, like 2-3x it may give, but in my opinion this is like example of the textbook example which usually work, and depending on, I mean, it may last for a few months again, and it is at this stage, of course, but whether it will be just by itself or it boosted by the Bitcoin rise, but probably it will like appreciate eventually. Another one is UTrust. Also, it was very hyped. It had like much bigger capitalization, and see how it did it bottom out. So very, very long and like low price period of the coin for this coin, and now it's actually again, as well as for Phoenix, this UTrust volume is very low, but considering the fundamentals for both of the coins, I wouldn't say that they are hopeless. So probably they will rise eventually. The question is when, and like they look high potential in my opinion. So probably. Also actually, if we look at this UTrust in what it is, let's see, UTK, BTC, and probably it is Bitfinex, I think. So actually again, maybe like daily chart is better. So you can see how on Bitfinex it changed the volume. I don't know why it doesn't shown. It's not shown on the regular chart on CoinMarketCap, probably because of the part of this is not that huge comparing to Binance, but still you can see basically no volume here, and from like this point or this actually point, it is very dramatically bigger. So I would expect that this is the point of the bottom. So I think that it will rise eventually, and people, everybody's, oh, it's like 100% gain, yada yada yada, but it will be too late. So anyway, just like a few examples. From the current situation, nothing changed. So I'm looking for the rise, expecting the check, like test of the 7,000 or 6,800 or something like that. Nothing dramatic. It's time to buy here or there, whatever. If you're a long-term player, I am. So hopefully it will be profitable for you. Safe trading, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like. Also follow on Twitter, and have a nice weekend. Goodbye.